I'll show you how to start with a solid strumming rhythm and then build up to that recognizable riff that is Mary Jane's Last Dance by Tom Petty. Welcome back to Relax and Learn Guitar. I'm Kevin, and this is Maggie May, getting those treats and running away. My wife Vicky's behind the camera.
Hello.
Welcome back for another great lesson. Let's get started. So for this great Tom Petty tune, it's all about the rhythm and the timing and the strumming. The chords are all open chords and not too difficult to play. And the rhythm we're going to work on kind of a little bit at a time. But for the chords for this, you're going to need to know an A minor, a G, and I'm going to recommend, or shouldn't recommend, we're going to play this G as a 4-fingered G chord. And you'll see why later. We also have a D chord. And then later on we have an E minor 7. And an A. The chord progression for this song has the same for the intro and the verses. So this is the big bulk of the song until we get to the chorus. This chord progression goes A minor, to a G, to the D, and then back to A minor. And that goes over and over. A minor, G, D, A minor. A minor, G, D, A minor. Now for the strumming, if you're really new and starting out, or if you just want to kind of see how this all connects, we're going to start with just some down ups, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We're going to change those chords in that chord progression order. So A minor, G, D, A minor. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And you really could just do that and play along with the record to kind of get a good feel for things as you work your way up. Next step, the second one or second strum pattern that's really going to come into play for the kind of the first part of this, we're going to go with a down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. So our next level here is we're going to use that strum pattern, 1 pattern per chord. You may have noticed the reason we're playing this G chord as a 4-fingered chord with our ring finger here on that 2nd string 3rd fret is so we can pivot. So we have the A minor chord, G with 4 fingers, and you can easily pivot to that D chord. Just leave your ring finger down and move your other 2 fingers. So now we're going to take that strum pattern and we're going to learn another strum pattern that we're going to kind of connect to that one, and they'll kind of alternate. So I'll show you what I'm talking about and then we'll walk through it. So we're going to move to, we're going to use that chord progression. So you see we're playing that down, 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 up as the first part, and then we're going to learn this second part. That first strum pattern gets started on that A minor. When we move to that G, we're doing an up, down, 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 up. Up, down, 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 up. From the top, it's easier, I think of it like as one long kind of pattern here. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. A minor, G. Then you do the same thing over with that D, gets the down, 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 up, back to the A minor. So from the top it's down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Real slow. G, D, A minor. And if you're newer, you can just use that for the whole song. or I should say for the intro and the verses. But what we really want to hear is... So for this piece, we've kind of got that foundation laid. The strum pattern's not going to change, but we're going to change up some hammer-ons. So the first thing to get used to is on this A minor chord, which is that pattern. But we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to play the A minor shape, but lift up your index finger, and then strum down on the chord, but then hammer down that index finger onto that second string first fret to complete that chord shape. And what's also a good idea here is to mute your strings right after you hit that hammer on. That's kind of the signature. And on the record, it's probably a Telecaster with a little bit of gain on it. Sounds so good. Sounds good on acoustic too.
It does.
So we're doing the A minor with the index finger up, hammer down right away, mute the strings, then down one time on that A minor chord. We're just going to build it up, okay? That's the first part to do over and over. Then we end in that final down up, and that's kind of that pattern for this A minor. Then to the G for the up, down, 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 up. So all together. Okay, now we're going to pivot, and the reason, again, that we're using that ring finger here to pivot from that 4-finger G chord is we're going to do a little hammer-on with this D shape. So you're going to, after the G, same idea as that A minor chord. We're going to have your ring finger down onto the second string, 3rd fret. We're going to play one down strum and then hammer on with our, to complete that D shape with our our index finger here on the 3rd string 2nd fret and our middle finger here on the 1st string 2nd fret. Same thing, you might want to just hit those strings right after, because it's the same idea. And then back to the A minor for the up, down, 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 up pattern. So all together, I'll do it slow here. Okay.
Sounds good.
You like it? It's such an earworm. I've been playing this song for a couple of days, and I just hear it all the time now. A little bit of a change here, so the first kind of rotation through. We're going to change things up just a little bit. We're going to do that A minor shape with our hammer on with our index and to mute it again. But now we're going to play an A minor 7 for the last part of this pattern. To do that, you're simply leaving that A minor shape, but you're going to use your pinky to fret the 1st string on the 3rd fret for that nice high end there. So we have the rest of it's the same. So from the top we have and as I always say, you need to slow it down, then feel free to slow it way down and work your tempo up to the record. It is not a slow song. It's like 170 beats per minute. But I like to play, when I'm using a metronome, I do the like halftime 85 beats per minute. And if you're doing that, just realize that that metronome's hitting on like the first and third beat if you're using a metronome. Now, for purposes of playing along with the record, you can keep playing that same exact pattern of that chord progression for chord progression? For that chord progression for the verse as well. I find it, and this is very much kind of a solo acoustic guitar lesson. I mean, you obviously can play it on the electric as well. But if you're playing and singing along, I find it a bit of a challenge to sing and play that at the same time for these verses. I like to default to this when I'm singing and playing. That one pattern we just talked about, it's the down, 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 or down, 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 up. I like that for singing along with the verses. And then, of course, into those breaks with that cool harmonica. I really need to learn the harmonica part.
Yeah.
And then we get to the chorus, and my brain, yours is probably as well, cannot wait to get to the last dance with Mary Jane part, because we've been doing that cool part, then we get into kind of some, it just opens up. Now we're going to play an E minor 7 chord. We're going to use the same strum pattern here that we've been using for that intro / verse. The down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So twice to an A, twice, back to the E minor 7, twice, to the A, one time, hang on that G, back to
Really a great tune, isn't it?
It is, and it might sound a little intimidating, but if you kind of follow this path, you will get there. Be patient, be persistent. If this is one you really want to learn, you can do it. But you really can't like run before you walk. So if you're kind of newer at this, that little progression path of strumming should help you out. Now it's time for you to relax and learn some guitar. So grab that guitar, make sure you're in tune. You can play along with me. I'm going to do the intro, the first verse with that more simple strumming pattern, and then the chorus. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. She grew up in an Indiana town, had a good-looking mama who never was around. She grew up tall and she grew up right with those Indiana boys on the Indiana nights. She moved down here at the age of 18. She blew the boys away, it was more than they'd seen. I was introduced and we both started grooving. She said, I dig you, baby, but I gotta keep moving on. Moving on. Last dance with Mary Jane, one more time to kill the pain. I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again. So start there at building a nice solid foundation, work your way up to that iconic kind of riff there. It's a lot of fun. Stick with it, you can do it. If you want to learn some more great Tom Petty tunes, I've got a couple of song lessons here that you can check out next. Remember that Maggie and Vicky and I very much appreciate your support and your YouTube views here. It means the world to us. And remember that you're never too old to learn. We'll see you guys for the next lesson.
Take care.